first in passing yards. We can hardly wait for the start of this one on Sunday night.
Five weeks come and gone already, and we're off here in Week 6 on EA Sports. His return starts at the 5, and a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So out comes their offense for its first possession of the game, and they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did. Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
I know quarterbacks of this ilk sure excite their teammates. They love to see his explosion and that speed come to life. I also know this, Kate, that defensive coordinator on the other side, he did not sleep good all week long, knowing he could do everything right, have the right call. But that QB speed is a difference maker.
And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. They get 13 on the pickup, and it'll give them a first down. They give it to him again. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Halfway there on first down, that brings up 2nd and 5. Now a give on the counter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Completed to Collins. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now here's a look at his production from last week and the part he played in his offense's victory. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. They kick the running back in motion. From the 34. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. That's a short gain of 1. And that gives them the first. Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Throwing from the gun. Hits his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. If you don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
And he runs this one in for the touchdown. These guys have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Well, Brock, we normally talk about complimentary football at some points every week. So how about the way they've begun this one, huh? Force the punts and then cash it in for 6 on their opening drive.
Do we do it every game?
It feels like it. Almost every game, yeah.
I think you're right. Because that's what the NFL is about. We all know the margins are so small in this league. And the team that typically plays the complimentary ball is typically the team that wins.
Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in and week out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. They'll run here from the gun. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 and the 31. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing on 3rd and long. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And a fair catch made here at the 17. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Off a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them. By turning them against their own team, they were quiet after that opening touchdown. You score another one, they're going to start to murmur, and we might even hear a few boo birds.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll give him a 1st down. They're throwing it. Spins out of 1 stop. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts. But throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, and the rush is too much. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
In a situation like this, you got to be a fixer. I mean, this game is hard, and you get into known passing situations, it gets even more difficult. But when you don't get rid of the ball and you take another sack, you make this 3rd down a near impossibility.
Caught by his back. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. They'll come out throwing. Jump off caught by his back. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the first. Neither side separating much so far. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. We're back, and we'll join this drive already in progress to begin quarter 2. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they bring him down up at the 12-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. He gets 6 on that play, and it sets up 1st down. Setting up a throw. Complete out to the right side. And this one does not go far. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him on the crossing route. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They'll throw it again. Finds him on the slant. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 4. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's dropping back to throw. Collins there to grab it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. He'll throw it yet again. Completed to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's a throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw now. Escapes the pocket. And they take this in for the score. These guys take a 13-0 lead. At this distance, a very dangerous player on any pass play because, Brock, as he's scanning the field to throw for the end zone, he's looking for an avenue to run it too.
Kate, this is exactly why it's never been harder to play defense in the NFL. The precision and the execution in the passing game, the efficiency has never been better. But then when you do cover it up, you got guys like this who can scramble and make you pay with their legs.
Our home team, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Here comes their offense out again. And it's not good, Brock, when you're discussing their punter as one of your early game MVPs, but they just haven't been able to get anything going so far.
No, you'll hear some old school coaches, especially defensive-minded coaches, Kate, and they'll say, hey, man, there's nothing wrong with the drive ending with a kick, right? As a quarterback and as an offense, maybe that was the way you played the game back in the day, but not modern football. You've got to go score.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
They go play action on first. Forced out to his... And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. Plowing up the middle. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Even after a solid 6 yards on that play, still a long ways to go here on 3rd down. Pass play now. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And the offense ready to head back out onto the field. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10. And among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion left. Finding Collins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From midfield now. Completed over the middle. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
From the gun, here's a handoff. And this run doesn't quite reach enemy territory, tackled at midfield. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll throw it. We've got a screen to the running back. There'll be touchdown short of the marker, so 4th down coming up.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got them equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. Their offense headed out now. Not much time left before the half. And down a couple of scores, Brock. They probably try to get this into field goal range to trim that lead before halftime. They kick the running back in motion. Pass play on 1st and 10. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They've got a man in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. Completes this one to Chase. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Prior to 1st down, they decide to call a timeout. Back now, pressure on its way. Finds his man over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. So we're at halftime of this Sunday night matchup. Now it's time we checked in around the league. Here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone. This is the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get you caught up on what's going on around the National Football League. We'll start up at TIAA Bank Stadium in Jacksonville, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. The Jaguars off to a strong start as they run their mark to 4-2 with the victory. From there, we say, so long, America. Hello, England, as we head over the Atlantic to check out the action in London. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet.
The story is
I think there
halfway
could still be some
Let's see what the
fireworks
back half
yet to
has
come.
in store as we get started in the third quarter. Fielded at the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And this is the type of play they need out of him into the later months. He's currently leading the league in passing touchdowns. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll throw it. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's got a man left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. From the 46. That one's complete over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down. Motioning one of the tight ends. They'll run here on 1st down. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Ferguson's got it. Complete. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll try and throw it here. Dumped off to his running back. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll give them a 1st down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Has him on the quick hitter. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Throwing it again here. Completed to Collins. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. Goal to go, they're passing. Has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown. These guys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys stretch their lead to 21.
Our home team, nothing.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The offense headed back to the field. All the touchdowns have come from one side of the field, Brock. They're still looking for their first points of any kind in a game that has gotten out of hand. On first down, they'll run. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Back to the well again. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Throwing from the gun here. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Hand off to the back. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 31. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? They'll try and pick this up on the ground. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Holding offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running back sent in motion. Taken in by Chase, left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. We're paused now as trainers come out to work on an injured player. And this is certainly noteworthy because that is Jamar Chase who's hurt. Now on 4th down, they're out to try for the field goal. This a 52-yard attempt from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. He's got it over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 26. And they'll have first down.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's the handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at their 49-yard line.
Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Trying to get it with the option here. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Collins, the receiver, in motion left. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. Short pass brought in. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Textbook hitch route. Just hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Okay, this is a low ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the 4th quarter. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 19. To the sideline, Collins brings it in. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got it! And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Stopped for no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 4th and 2.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. A give now from the gun. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
This offense making its way back out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Right up the gut. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
This close to your own goal line, they really don't want to risk a sack. That means, well, one option, run it and buy whatever breathing room you can.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Hits his running back. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
At their own 49-yard line.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just one.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They give it to him again. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on third down. Looking to the air here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll stop him after he rolls downhill to the 32. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Hits him on the out route. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that stretches the lead to 21.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Has this at the 6. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. Now this offense getting set to work here. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Throwing from the gun. Called in left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. Working quickly here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Catch made over the middle. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now following that completion, we see a man shaken up. Officials calling for a pause as he gets looked at. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Here's 2nd and 5. Rolling left, buying some time. He's on the move. The ball is loose. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Incomplete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Offense in the hurry up here. Ooh, not much time to adjust, but he catches it still off the tip. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. We've reached the 2-minute warning. These guys trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Another try following the sack. He brings it in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout. Dropping back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. This offense ready to get going again now. They came into this game on a 5-game win streak and currently in control of what could be a 6th straight victory. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. It's a pickup of 11. And they're going to have a first down.
First down, Orlando.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Another carry for him. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
A gain of 13 yards. And in Orlando.
So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this is